I did it. I pressed the button and it worked this time. We are live. Welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Tyrant Security, Showdown with the Remnant Part 3. Today is February 11th, 2021, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we play on this channel, including full playthroughs of Curse of Strahd, Ghost of Saltmarsh, Waterdeep, Dragon Heist, Tomb of Annihilation, and soon to be this very campaign that you are turning in to listen to. And if you also would prefer listening to things, hey, guess what? We're available anywhere. Audio casts are made available for free under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to once again go to patreon.com/indooradventures to check up on that there after show. But if you already support us on Patreon, you already support us on YouTube, Twitch, Audiocasts, all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this wonderful show even more? Well, hey, guess what, buddy? We got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got crop tops, we got throw pillars, we got mugs, journals, shower curtains, clocks, aprons, and most importantly, we also have face masks. That's right, we have Tia masks, masks with the symbol of Tiamat and Tyrant Security upon them, and all of the proceeds from those masks help to go support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or help support the show, you can once again go to Indoor Adventure, that's no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my spiel. So, hey, Satan, who you playing today?
Hi, I'm Satan. I use she, they pronouns, and tonight I will be playing for the last time on this channel by our drow bard. She uses she, her pronouns, and I'm so excited for this episode. It must be. Sorry.
Hey everybody, I'm Ethan, and tonight I'm playing Alellen, the Vidalcan artificer wizard. Some balance of that, as well as the occultant for our little branch of Tyrant Security. Soon to be a loan shark, probably.
And I'm Greybeard and Greybeard's Tavern. Tonight I'll be playing Hu'Gurk, the Bugbear Gloomstalker Ranger, and I am the group's cartographer. Hu'Gurk uses he, him, and so do I.
I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be playing as Connie Adler, Tiefling War Cleric, who uses she, her, and also local decisionist.
I am Arjan Yodars, the CFO and founder of Tyrant Security. I'm also Cyberwolf 1201 of Draconic TV and Let's Talk About It, but today, hoy, I'm Connor. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a nervous wreck, and I'm going to try to wrap up a wonderful campaign of D&D that I've been running for my friends. So last time we left off, you had followed the advice of a divination that Hu'Gurk did in the middle of a moon glade close to your branch of Iliard's Rest, to try and deduce the location of the ritual to open a portal to the far realm that this goblin, part of the Keshin Remnant, the company that's been going around Alira, destroying franchises of your company, Tyrant Security, that this goblin has been trying to accomplish. You have found out that the location of that is within the town of Silt Creek on the other side of Alira. After traveling pretty close to there and making your way over to the town of Alira, you noticed a lot of the townspeople being corralled and guarded by a bunch of bugbear who are now in service to this far realm entity known as the Remnant, which you quickly dealt with and made your way into the Elder Dragon Inn, the main community hub of this town, which is, it's got purple light coming out of it. The clouds are swirling around it. It's got all the makings of there's a fucking ritual going on in here. And as you walked in, it was quickly apparent that not all was right, because as you walked in, these far realm entities had ambushed you in this alternate reality version of this inn. After dealing with those and with the help of a flump named, you made your way further into the inn, actually making your way into other realities of this tavern, knowing that this ritual was happening in one reality or another. You ventured further in, got separated from your allies, and where we last left off, you had made your way into, by the way, horror warnings for our audience. My players trust me, but we have made no such contract. You can walk away if you need to. You have found yourself into a room covered in what is basically bloody meat, walking up to some corpses slumped over one of the inn tables. And as you got closer, the corpse, which is riddled with holes born into its flesh by these maggots, worms, whatever you want to call them, this corpse body puppeteered itself towards you, moaning, "Can you hear their song?" Everybody roll for initiative.
Love little Jane Prentice in my life. Not really.
I
That's
don't.
awful. That's awful. She's awful. No flesh hives. Oh, yep. My disgust with flesh hives is apparent, as my
Yeah.
initiative is at 3.
Even with my +4, man. Garbage.
Right. So going up first, Connie, you see these two worm-filled corpses start to move aggressively towards your group.
This honestly feels more like home than any other place that we've been to, but not in like a really good way. So Connie is going to, let's see here. She's got a long sword. I think this is time for a good spiritual. Whoa, never mind. My spell slots are looking rather low at the moment. I think I'm just gonna try and spiritual weapon. Fuck it.
Okay, make your
Spiritual
attack with
weapon?
your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, wait. That was damage. Okay, roll. That's what I needed first. That is an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
And then damage. Yeah, that is a total of 10 points of force damage.
As your spiritual weapon, which is
my spiritual weapon is like a bat that has a bunch of chains and nails shoved through it.
as this bat bashes into this, I'm going to call them flesh hives because, Magnus Archives, it's great. Check it out. Not sponsored, but
Could be.
Could be.
not gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's almost over.
As it bashes into this corpse, it definitely does some damage, but the corpse doesn't seem to react. Instead, you just see a lot of the worms just sort of like fall out of it and fall limp on the ground.
All right. Well,
It certainly didn't like that. So now it is going to, what do you want to do for your action?
Yes, for my action, I got a long sword, and I ain't afraid to use it.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, let's see it. Hey, that's a modified 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's only going to be 4 points of magical slashing.
It really didn't like that. So it is going to swipe at you with its claws. Natural 1. This is with the arm that you have. It's barely hanging on by the remaining bone.
Ugh.
Its second claw. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not.
All right. And as it swipes out, one of these like silvery worms sort of like jumps out of the body. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Oh, that's an 8.
All right. It lands on your arm.
This is fine.
So just so we're all very, very clear about what's going to happen, that I will not be describing, I'll read what the burrowing worm ability does. The worm will latch onto the target's skin unless the target succeeds on the saving throw. While on the target's skin, the worm can be killed by normal means. It's got an AC of 6 and 1 hit point. Otherwise, the worm will burrow under the target's skin at the end of the target's next turn. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And just bad things happen.
Hu'Gurk.
I was muted. All right. Dusk Crusher, and this thing needs to die very badly. So I will attack it with the Gigantor flaming mallet. Bam. Oh my freaking frack. At +8, I rolled a 1. Okay.
You swing wide.
9 does not hit, hey?
9 does not hit.
All right.
In fact, it just misses.
Okay. All right. Oh, so
geez.
second attack. That's better. Okay.
26 will definitely hit.
Dirty 26.
That's a little bit better.
And so then that's the damage.
And are you hitting the one that's on Connie or the other one? Okay.
Yes. So for starters, that's 8 points of damage. Some of it is radiant, if that matters. And then, because I'm a dread ambushy kind of guy,
You get another one.
I get 4 more. Because I'm a ranger, the favored enemy thing, I get 4 more points. And then, yes, I do get that extra attack. I have to. Boom! There it is. Natty 20.
Bling, 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 bling. Go ahead.
Okay, and oh, it rolls it for you. Oh, I love you, D&D dice. At this point, later on, I'll hate you
Right
again.
now.
Right at this moment.
All right, 18 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No. Yes, I'll mark him as my favorite enemy for the next minute.
Is that not what you did?
Well, I rolled the damage, but I wanted to make sure that he was marked.
Okay.
I guess that's what I would say.
Yeah.
And that is a bonus action.
No, that's just whenever you hit.
Okay. I'll stick with that. I'll save
Okay.
my bonus action.
Up next is going to be Vi.
Me? Okay, well, seeing all this, she's going to step back because this is not the type of fight she's looking for, or anything she's looking for, really. But she's going to see the worms fall on Connie's skin and Hu'Gurk trying to attack, and then she starts backing away more but stops. It looks to Connie and quickly goes to her, presses her hand the back on Connie's back, and she will cast protection from evil and good.
Okay. Remind me what that does.
Yes. One willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, and the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
And then, so she's gonna press her hand on Connie's back and say, "You'll be safe, I promise." And then give a step back before looking at Hu'Gurk and saying, "If anything happens to her, whatever happens to her is gonna happen to you, big guy." And give him inspiration in the form of intimidation.
All right. He's like, yeah, okay.
And then she'll step away with the rest of her movement to behind them because she knows she's not a heavy hitter.
As your protection washes over Connie, the silver worm that is on your arm sort of like shrieks and falls down to the ground at your feet. Say on your turn, you can dispose of it without using your action.
Excellent.
It's an object interaction. It's free.
Yeah, you could just do the steppy. Alellen.
Ooh, okay, so we've got these two thingies. I kind of want to cast like a thunder wave.
Okay.
But I want to know if that positioning is possible given our current arrangement.
With Connie and Hu'Gurk both attacking one of the spawns of Caius, I don't think you'll be able to get both of them in the same thunder wave.
Okay. In that case, Alellen, hoping that his full body coverage magical armor will protect from any weird burrowing things, is going to stay like also kind of on the other side of the room. And then like the little like whistling birds from the Mandalorian, 4 magic missile bolts shoot out at the things. Because I have regular magic missile now. Fuck you, Jim. It's an artificer spell. So it'll be, I'll just do, does one of them look like really hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'll go for that one. And we'll see if there are any left over. So that is 12, 16, 20 points of force damage.
It's still up.
Okay, cool. Sick. All right. Bonus action. So we're gonna get the little mechanical thrall to try to attack it too, because why not? So that's D20 plus 4. What's a 12 do?
12 hits.
Sweet.
You're looking to beat a 10.
Nice. So it does 1d4 plus 2 force damage. It does a little like, and a little thing of like force energy just goes. It looks very, very silly. Oh, sweet. 6 points of force damage.
All right.
And the little thrall's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Put him dukes.
The second spawn of Caius is going to come over to Hu'Gurk, make a couple of attacks with its claws. First one is going to be a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Make a dexterity save.
Bastards.
Because as it's swiping, these worms just continue jumping off of its body.
Bam, dirty 24.
You're able to move out of the way of these worms. Connie.
Okay, so I got one of these fuckers like right up close to me. Spiritual.
Yeah.
Well, first the free action, just stompy
Yeah,
on
step
the other
on the
worm.
worm.
Yo, squish. No, bad. And then spiritual weapon, gonna try and smack out at the one that's close to me because I don't like this boy.
Go ahead.
And make my attack. Yeah. Oh, that's a 9. Not going to do it, but I'll use the inspiration that I have to re-roll. For a 10.
10 is exactly what you need to hit.
Aha! And then that's going to be for 5 points of force damage.
All right. Still up.
And then going to use my regular action to make a attack with my longsword. That's going to be a 25 to hit for
That'll
a
hit.
total of 8 points of magic slashing.
It is still up.
All right. Connie is right up there next to it. She's got, she's going to try and interpose herself interpose between the creature and Vi and just get between them because she doesn't want anything to happen to Vi.
All right. It is going to attack you.
Bring it.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh, yeah, it does. Maybe I
You
should
are-
have said bring it.
You are going to be taking a combination of necrotic and slashing damage. 16 points.
Okay. And then the protection from evil and good just gives me advantage on the saves.
Does it give it disadvantage on attacks?
It gives it disadvantage on attacks. Let me
Okay, so
double-check
that
if
would
it
not
also
have hit.
gives- Yeah.
That would not have hit. Take those 16 points back.
Okay, I hadn't even applied
you-
them yet.
You don't get advantage. They have disadvantage, but you have protection from being charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and the second
Put it
thing
in the
will
chat.
not hit you as well. I still need you to make a dex save.
Okay, I can do that. And I don't have advantage on the save, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure. That's a 6. I got another wormy that hopped on.
Yep.
Gonna take you for a ride.
Gert. You got one on you, and
Yeah.
there's one that's right next to you that's attacking Connie.
Yeah, the one we've already been working on. Hu'Gurk's trying to dodge the one next to him and reaching over with his long limbs to bash the one on Connie. All right. Clear the thing. Go, Dusk Crusher. 21.
21 will hit.
And clear the dice, then go damage. All right, so that's 10.
That is enough to knock it down.
Yes. And an extra 5 if that matters. Sploosh some extra worms.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's
so-
still the one next to you.
Okay, so that was 1. And second attack. Fudge, it's the second one in this combat. 9. Just barely missed with the gigantic flaming hammer.
That's not quite enough.
Yep. Oh.
All right. Anything with a bonus action?
Nope.
All right. Vi.
Let's see. I'm going. Is there only one left?
Mhm.
Okay, they seem to be pretty. Okay. I'm going to. I'll cast Vicious Mockery because I don't want to waste spells if they're going to go down easier. And she'll say, God, you really must have been really fucking ugly if even the worms are running away from you.
The die was on the 20, but it rolled to a 2.
Yes! It's not a lot of damage, but it's damage. 4.
4 points
If
of
you-
damage and disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah. If you guys have just come into this episode, my Vicious Mockery never works because Connor always rolls really high, specifically on my Vicious Mockery, so I'm very excited.
All right. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Alellen?
Alellen. All right, that's a new one. Cool. What are spell slots for other than to use them, I guess. So I'm just gonna keep doing that probably. So one of them's down, the other one's up.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's time to bring the heavy hands. Does this thing look particularly dexterous?
It looks neutral,
Okay.
dexterous.
Cool.
Like 0.
Understood. I'm gonna cast catapult and just huck I'll just pull a piece of meat off the wall and just huck it at him.
Okay. You can probably get like a bone or something.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
$17.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, can I wait? I have portents. He rolled a 2.
Okay. He rolled a 2.
Sweet. 3d8 bludgeoning, so 12. Get schmecked. Yes. Yeah, and then the throw got.
Whenever it makes contact, it's real gross.
Oh, I bet it's just nasty.
I'm not describing it, but it's gross.
Oh, what the onomatopoeias must be. So the little thrall gonna do his thing. Roll a 12 plus 4.
Well, 16 will definitely hit, but a 12 will as well.
And then another 1d4 plus 2 force damage. That's just 4 that time. So, I'll put up my dukes. I think this thing's just very sassy and very, I don't know, very punchy, probably.
All right. Hu'Gurk, it's going to make 1 claw attack against you. 13 is not going to hit, if I remember right.
Correct.
It's going to move past you, provoking an attack of opportunity if you so choose.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, yes, that would be fantastic. For 17.
17 will hit.
Bam. And crunch with a big flamey maul for 6 damage.
6 points damage.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't get that on that.
And it is going to go toward Alellen.
Really, I'm all the way over here. That's so... You're really inconveniencing yourself.
You shot it with a catapult. It's
I hear
mad.
ya. I hear ya. That's fair, I guess.
Does a 14 hit you?
It doesn't. Because I used one of my infusions to make my armor better.
All right. As it sort of just like wails its arms against your armor, you're going to want to watch that. These worms fling off of it onto your armor. Make a dex save.
Oh, come on. Oh, nice. 18.
Okay. Your armor repels the worms. They do not take hold. Connie.
How's that for a box of scraps?
All right. God damn it. So Connie has a worm on her. So she is going to try and attack the worm that is on her with her longsword. That is a 13 to hit.
That'll beat a 6.
And you said that they have 1 HP?
Yep.
All right. So gotta
It's
get
dead.
rid of that. Yep. And then as part of my bonus action, because I still have the spiritual weapon up, so spiritual weapon is going to try and attack the spawn of Caius that's in front of me.
The one in front of you is dead.
Oh,
the
okay.
only one alive is the one on Alellen.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll move
Alive.
it over. Yes.
Big quotes.
Able.
Hi, over here.
Yeah. So 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Okay. And then that's going to be for 10 points of force damage.
Okie dokie. Anything else?
I think Connie is going to, like, knowing that she still has the protection from evil and good, she's going to run up to the creature and try and, like, just be near it enough so that way, like, maybe draw its attention if she possibly can, but She already used her action and bonus action. I don't see her doing that, but she's trying, still just keeping her friends safe when she can.
Hu'Gurk.
Coming over and, above Connie's head with my long limbs with the Dusk Crusher. 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 13 damage.
Consistent. I like that.
Plus.
Do you want to mark this as your favorite enemy?
Yes, please.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I forget that it's not like Hunter's Mark. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah.
So 8 more points of damage.
Yeah, that was your first attack.
Yep. And oops, that is incorrect. That was a damage roll.
Right.
And a 12.
12 will hit.
God, the rolls. If I wasn't plus 8.
12 points damage.
12 points of damage.
All right, it is still up. Vi.
Oh my goodness.
How's it looking?
Very tenderized.
Okay. Okay. How?
I'm sure y'all don't want me to actually describe what it looks like.
I mean, I listened to Magnus Archives. God. Okay, she's going to try and hit it. She's gonna try and hit it. She's gonna be angry that this thing is still trying to attack Connie and Hu'Gurk. She's gonna take out her sunblade and activate it like a fucking lightsaber, and swing at it.
Go ahead.
20, non-natural.
20 will hit. Roll for damage.
13 points of damage. Is it undead?
It is, but that is enough to kill it.
Okay. +3 radiant, but is dead already, so it doesn't matter. So she's gonna activate her sword and angrily, almost like that an angry march towards this thing and just say, "Just die already," and then just swing at it. Right in half.
And as you cleave through it, all the worms begin to vaporize within the golden sunlight of Ray's sunblade. They just vaporize. The room falls silent, and you can all see on the other side this sort of warbling in the fabric of reality.
All right, I say we get the fuck out of here before any more of those things end up coming by. So, shiny portal? Shiny portal?
Yes.
Shiny portal.
All right, the decision has been made. Let's go.
You make your way across the room, out of the meat room, through the portal, and once again find yourself into another empty and dark common room of the Elder Dragon Inn. It's dark here, but upstairs you can see there's this purple light coming through some of the doors upstairs, but there's nothing else here.
We're going to check upstairs, aren't we?
Still need to find Andre and Coda.
And Dave.
And Dave.
And
Yeah, can't forget Dave.
and also
And Dex and
Dex.
Patsky.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that we care about who are around
Oh God.
here. All
Are
right.
you all right? Do you have any worms on you? Please say you don't have any worms on you.
I had two, but I took care of them.
Right.
How am I doing?
Do you need healing?
Healing? No, I'm fine. I am good on the heals.
By the
But
way, you have protection from good and evil for 10 minutes.
I am, however, going to use my Harness Divine Power twice to regain some spell slots.
Man, you could just do that?
Yeah, as a bonus
Like
action.
not even on a what? Okay.
Tasha's. It's a Tasha's ability.
Yeah. Fuck arcane recovery.
I have to give up my I have to use one of my
Channel Divinity?
Yeah, I have to use my channel divinities in their
Gotcha.
place. But
Okay. Still.
all right.
I should have gotten more than 3 wizard levels is what I should have done. More spell slots.
All right. Well, there are 2 glowing doors up top.
There's actually 4.
Oh, okay. So, do we all want to like take a peek in one? No? Okay. Let's all go and look at the
Okay.
first one.
Sure.
Move as a unit.
Yeah,
Die
and-
as a team.
And Connie's got the
I-
shield,
Oh, okay.
I'm behind her. so I can fight over top of her.
As you go upstairs and go into this hallway upstairs, you can see that there are 4 bedrooms, all with their doors slightly open, and this otherworldly purple light sort of peeking out. As you go and creak one of the doors open, you see in this room, this is not where the light is coming from. It's coming from another door on the other side of this room. But you can see on the floor, face down, is this purple tiefling woman.
I cautiously approach
Okay.
and with the butt or like with the edge of my shield, just sort of like nudge her, be like, hello.
Yeah, as you nudge her, you get a little bit more of her face. She looks like she's in her 50s. And as you like sort of knock over, you can see dangling from her neck is a copper Tyrant Security coin.
We're here to rescue you. Does she look like she's breathing?
No.
I am going to reach out and take that copper coin off her neck.
Okay.
Kind of like dog tags collection.
Yeah, somebody will probably want to see that.
All right, so we got one.
What kind of coins do like Wyatt and the other
Yeah,
Abishai have?
Adam.
The Abishai have adamantine.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, can I like see the room if there's anything that obviously killed her or is keeping her that way?
Looking around the room, no.
Can I do like an investigation check on her to see if she looks wounded or clearly like there was something that killed her, or if there's any, or she's alive at any point?
I think this would be a medicine check.
Okay, I could. Not horrible. 14.
14. There are definitely like bruises around her, like little bits of yellow showing up on her purple skin. That seem to be like from something a tentacle. It's a tentacle. A tentacle hit her. It does not appear to be the cause of death. Looking around here, there doesn't appear to be any sort of like fatal wound. It's just like she does not have her life force within her.
All right. Time to check the next room.
So wait, does that like mean there's like soul sucking monsters here?
Well,
Possibly.
Well, that's not cool.
Connie, whenever you say go into the next room, do you mean go toward the purple light or check another bedroom?
check another bedroom.
Okay. It's a very similar, very, very, very similar scene, except in this room, there is a kobold lying down on the ground who is clutching a bow. It is not Patsky.
Okay.
Also a copper.
Also a copper coin.
Okay.
This kobold also has like dark glasses on his eyes with a silver rim.
It'll glasses look familiar?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the glasses.
Okay.
Just taking those with. Okay. Next bedroom.
There is a suntanned halfling man with a very elegant sword at his side. And a scroll of, or like a bag of maps.
Okay.
He's dead, right?
They all look to be missing their life essence at the moment.
Taking his bag and sword?
Also on him, there is a like at his side there's this crystal, purple with this little like sort of pink etching like weaving through it.
Yeah, I'll take that shit too.
Okay.
Purple crystal with pink etching. Okay. And then next room?
In the last bedroom, there is lying again, cold, dead on the ground, drained of life force, a freckled halfling woman that you would recognize as Rowan Daffield from Tall Guy Lighthouse.
Oh shit.
They're in Scarf and Roper also dead at their side.
Well, copper coin. Taken.
Owie, no.
Well, this is very depressing.
Well, we will have to make Wyatt file a lot of paperwork on this.
Oh no!
This purple light is just pulsing from the other side of all these rooms.
Like, I mean, maybe we can find their essences and, like, you know, stuff them back in.
It's possible.
Maybe.
I don't.
But let's.
I hope
Okay.
We need to find Andre and Coda first, and Patsky and Dex and Dave.
We got to figure it out somehow, sometime. Right now, we got glowing purple light. Usually that leads us to something. So I say we at least check it out. If it does end up bringing life essence back, I vote we do it in the room where there's not a roper. I say, if anything, we would check it out with the halfling whose stuff I just took.
Rowan's.
No, not Rowan. The other halfling, the suntanned one, who had a scroll bag and a fancy sword and a purple crystal with a pink etching.
I'm so glad you take notes.
I am making sure I remember whose dog tags these are. I don't know their name except Rowan, but these dragon tags ain't dogs.
Okay. Yes? Glowing purple light? Glowing portal?
Glowing portal from the purple crystal room.
Might as well.
Right.
Like, maybe if we kill the big bad, they'll just come back.
Quite possibly. In which case, I have their stuff.
Cool.
As you open the door into the next room, it's this study that all four of these bedrooms seem to connect into. You see that the far wall of the study is just filled by a giant gaping maw. Purple eldritch light seeps out of the maw, bathing the room in a sickly glow. 4 massive tentacles covered in eyes and spines flail about the room and immediately reach out for you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
Sweet.
That's a 3. I was taken by surprise.
7.
8.
We're not rolling great.
6. Watch me.
We are rolling fine. We were all just surprised.
That
Connie
happens.
still have her protection from good and evil?
How long does it
Yes,
last?
yes, but it
minutes.
was set for undead. This is not an undead.
You have to set it specifically?
Yeah, because you choose one.
Oh.
Okay, so this is immediately going to make its multi-attack.
Not again.
I would have been the one who was leading through rooms.
Yep, does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. It's going to reach past you toward Vi. Vi, does a 19 hit you?
Let me double check because I think I had bark skin on me. Yeah, it still does. It sure does.
Okay. You are going to be taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of piercing damage.
Cool. I love it.
You are also grappled.
Awesome. Also, I don't have bar skin because that's a concentration, and so is protection from good and evil.
It is also going to bite you.
Ow! What did I ever do to you?
I don't believe a 9 is going to hit you, though.
No.
Okay.
But does it have advantage because I'm grappled?
Nope.
Okay. I was just making sure.
It has advantage because you're restrained.
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Take 11 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Are you resistant until are you resistant to poison?
I am.
Or do you have any sort of save against
If
poison?
when I take poison damage while in this armor, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
My constitution is not that 17 though.
Okay, you are not poisoned. Alellen.
Oh man, what is it? What is
It's
this? Just tentacles, or is there like a body?
It's tentacles and a mouth.
She's
And a
not looking
mouth.
so hot. I mean, she's always looking hot, but she's looking bloody.
Yeah. Man, what is this? Hold on. We gotta flip a coin here. Hey, Vi, high or low? Vi, high or low? Would you like the high side of the die or the low?
Hi.
Okay. Wow, you're in luck. Alel's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Vi.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that for my action. So we'll get you some hit points there. Just a 7 hit points. It's a little drop in the bucket, but it'll do something.
7 hit points. That's all right, honey.
Yeah, 7 hit points. And then bonus action. Come on, little throw. Do your thing. Do your thing, bud. Oh, it did the thing. It hit the 20 and then rolled onto the 2.
Oh no.
I'm guessing a 6 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Who do I blame for the physics?
Fandom.
Ooh,
Vi.
I'm not a fan.
Yes.
It is now your turn. You are grappled and restrained, which means your attack rolls will have disadvantage. Your speed is 0. Yeah. And if you would like to escape, you would need to make a strength save DC 13.
Okay. Well, she's going to try and make a strength save.
I mean, you can do something else during your turn if you want to.
Yeah. Because it's trying to escape a whole action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she'll do that. So you see her kind of struggling, and a bit of look of fear in her eyes. She's trying to get out, but with 10, she is not able to get out. And
Anything else on your turn?
yeah, she will a bonus action bardic inspiration Connie and say, Connie, whatever happens, I know you've got this.
All right, Hu'Gurk.
All right. Hu'Gurk will say something along the lines of, "Uncool, man, let go of Vi," and hit the tentacle. Specifically, try to hit the tentacle Vi is wrapped up in.
Sure, make an attack roll.
Okay. Always moving the dice around. Dirty 27.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right. And is 15 damage. Is the creature undead?
It is not. It is an aberration.
Okay. And I will use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
All right, it is marked. Do you want to add that damage now?
Yeah. Yes, please. And I cast it with a second level spot.
Okay.
Or a slot, sorry. So that is 8 more damage.
If you didn't use your inspiration from last round, it lasts 10 minutes.
Yes, I know. I'm holding on to it for when I miss.
Okay.
And the... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's a D8. Sorry.
Cool. And then my second attack.
Do you want to use that inspiration?
Yeah, let's use that inspiration now. I got a 12 for those audiocast listeners out there. Oh my god. Oh, and I'm not that inspired. I'm too worried about you, Vi. I'm too worried.
A 13 will
yes.
just miss.
Okay. All right. Duly noted.
That was your action, bonus action, and both attacks.
Yep.
All right. We are going to go down to Connie.
Okay. Vi has been taken hold by the tendril. I don't like that. She's my friend. I'll make an attack against their tentacle holding on to my friend. So yeah. A 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Let's see it. That is going to be for 7 points of magical slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use my War Priest ability. So as a bonus action, I'm going to make a second attack with my longsword. Oh, that's an 8. But I can use the D8 inspiration, right? So let me see there. Oh, that's a 1. Nope. Not going to work. So I think Connie is more just like, I think she's scared. Like she's used to fight, like she's used to seeing like demons and horrors and things like that. But this door is literally trying to eat people, and that's not okay. She's seen some shit today.
And this is a very, very hungry door that is going to reach out for Hu'Gurk with a 17 to hit. Yes?
Arb, that hits.
Okie dokie. You're going to be taking 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you are grappled and restrained.
All right.
It is going to also reach out for you, Connie.
Oh boy.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 just hits.
You're going to be taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Okay.
7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so 15 total. Not bad, not bad.
And you are also grappled and restrained.
Oh, okay.
And then it's going to try and bite you.
Just bring it, tough guy.
Don't you
Natural
remember
20.
what happened last time you said that? I knew it.
Baylor's bring me candy. I thought that this would be fine.
You're going to be taking 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay, okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Why? Why would I do that?
Please pass. Please pass.
That's an 8.
No.
You are poisoned until this disease is cured.
Oh, boy. Okay. Ooh.
That's its turn.
Okay.
Alellen, all of your friends are wrapped up in the tentacle monster.
I don't feel so good.
Oh wow. This is great. Just kind of looks at like the tools like I don't have enough healing spells for this. But fuck this thing, I guess. Yeah, I don't It's like I could do some, you know what? Firebolt. Old tried and true. That's all I got.
All right.
Hey, fuck you. Firebolt. +7. 12 misses, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I have inspiration. I'm gonna use it.
You do.
16.
16 will hit.
2d10 fire. Love the 1, but 9.
All
9
right.
fire damage. Fuck you. That bonus action. Get him, little man. 13.
That will just miss.
Boo.
5.
Boo.
Am I close enough to touch Connie?
As it's like flinging you all around with
Can I
its
just
tentacles,
kinda try
probably.
to, yeah. I'm gonna try and just grab her hand. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level. Using my last 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
And you take 25 points of healing.
That's a lot of
I
healing.
rolled 2 8s, a 5 plus 4.
That's my future grandma, everybody. Thank you.
And then that is an action.
That is.
And as a bonus action, she's going to, her last inspiration is going to go to Alellen.
Okay.
For what?
I don't know. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna go to Connie then.
I mean, I can figure it out. What do you want me to do here?
Run away! Run away!
Oh, fuck that.
No, it'll go to Alellen, and she'll say, Alellen, you've got this. Despite everything that I've said about you, I know you're a competent magical artificer? I don't know what you are anymore, but you're competent.
It's a hobby. I don't know either. My work-life
Just take
balance
the
is in the
inspiration.
shitter right now. I'll take it.
All right, and Hu'Gurk, you're going to be up as you're being swung around in this tentacle.
I think I'm gonna be sick. All right, I will. You know what? What do you think, guys? This isn't the big fight, but should we just go for it? Like, no point
This
in
better be the
We
big
don't
fight.
know
I
if
don't
it's the
got-
big fight or
I don't
not.
got a lot of
Go
spell
on.
slots left.
I doubt it. I've run enough adventures. But I will use it anyway. I am going to cast my sunbeam from my dusk crusher. I'm being crunched, and I just like lash out. It needs to make a DC 15 saving throw.
What kind of saving throw?
It
It fails
doesn't-
anyway. It rolled
Okay.
a 9 and none of its modifiers are +6.
Excellent. It's actually weird. I love D&D Beyond in most of the time. It is a con save. And
Yeah, then it would have rolled a 13, which is a failure.
okay, and for 29, I believe it's radiant damage, if that matters.
It does not, but Hu'Gurk, as you unleash this sunbeam on the Eldritch Maw, it clearly does enough damage so that it's recoiling, and from its mouth, it just sort of, in pain, regurgitates this pink energy, and it sort of like just pulses out of its mouth, washing over all of you, and even permeating through the walls into the next room. That's all that happens right now.
Is that good? Seems good.
I think it's good.
Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Untangle Vi and Connie. Fling the tentacles off of them.
It is not dead. You are still restrained.
Oh, it is not dead. Oh, I thought it was dead. It barfed pink but didn't die. No, I think that is an action. So I think I'm out. Yep, as an action. So yeah, I really don't have much left. Because that's a spell, so my hunter's mark doesn't count. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. As all of you are being restrained in these eldritch tentacles from the bedroom where you found Rowan, you just see the door smashed open with in a gout of cobalt fire, as a firebolt goes to hit the Eldritch Maw. A 15 is going to hit for 18 points of fire damage. As you all get a good look at Rowan just holding out this warhammer that you did not see before, that is just has this cobalt fire coming off of it. It's good to see you alive, and it's good to be alive.
Early.
I'm sorry I took your things.
I certainly want those back. Connie, it is now your turn.
Connie is restrained. She's poisoned. She is God, this poison sucks. Disadvantage on attack throws and ability checks. That's fine. I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna try and cast a second level inflict wounds on this creature.
Okay. Make your attack. It is at disadvantage.
Yep. A 9.
No.
No. That's okay. Yeah, that's all that she
Or
can
did
do.
you don't have any more inspiration, do you?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, and then using a melee spell attack is not considered the attack action. That is just considered casting a spell, so I can't use
Yeah.
my War Priest ability. And then any other bonus actions that I might have do not fall under the cantrip rule. So yeah, that's all that Connie is going to try and do, unless she can object interaction, drop the gear that she pilfered.
Okay, yeah, you could do
Yeah.
that.
Just like kind of like glasses back onto the ground, sack of scrolls onto the ground, fancy sword onto the ground, like the main non dog tag things that she grabbed.
Okay. From behind Rowan, these tendrils reach out to try and attack the tentacles.
Do we hear anything as they attack?
Oh!
This is the rubberiest slap fight I've ever witnessed.
A 26 is going to hit.
Oh shit.
But it can. So Al is grappling this somehow.
I heard you like grappling, so I'm grappling your grapple.
And is going to like pull part of the tentacle to it and make a bite. A 10's not going to hit though.
No.
Oh.
Keep trying, buddy.
Another one of the doors is kicked open, and you see this kobold. Did you take the bow?
I did not. I simply took his glasses.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
I can't see.
But he's gonna kick. He's gonna kick open the door, and
I did drop his glasses near me.
yeah, but he's an archer. He's not gonna run into the room. He's gonna make his first attack. Well, it has allies within 5 feet, so I'll give it the pack tactics. 12 plus 6, that's going to hit. For he's going to use his Archer's Eye ability as well. (13 plus 4). 17 points of piercing damage. And make his second attack. (17) is going to hit for 8 points of piercing damage. It is still up. Barely. But you just see this kobold just sort of like kick in the door and just sort of like take a couple of like sniper shots. Which is really hard because he is really squinting. It's now the Eldritch Maw's turn, and it has 3 people grappled. I need every creature that is grappled by it to make a Constitution saving throw.
What would a 12 get me?
Not enough.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page.
Just wanted to make sure.
Just
Mm-hmm.
checking.
That's not enough for Gert. Vi?
16.
16. Okay. So Hu'Gurk and Connie, you are going to be taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage and be stunned until the Eldritch Maw's next turn.
Fudge. Okay.
Vi, you're going to be taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage and you are not stunned.
Okay.
As it just slams you all on the ground or into each other. It's using its tentacle slam ability. One of the doors opens up and the purple tiefling woman steps out. Well, this is certainly a pickle, and is going to throw a dagger at this thing. That's not going to hit. Well. Phew. Quintus, you all right? And this from the other door, this suntan halfling comes out, sort of dusts himself off, and from behind him is going to bring out his short bow, since he is currently missing his sword. And with a 15, he is going to be able to hit for 3 points of piercing damage, which is enough to kill the Eldritch Maw. He just... Well, I would certainly rather be fighting with a sword. Just takes a shot and right into the gaping maw. The thing shrieks in terror, unravels all of you, and just sort of is pulled into another dimension.
Connie, are you all right?
She's just like frozen from the stun.
Vi's gonna go and she's gonna use her last charm of restoration. Her last 2 points to cast Lesser Restoration and take away at least the poison. I think I can only do 1.
The
But
poison's the good
the
one.
poison,
Get rid of that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
and just kind of like pat her cheek until she unstuns. Connie, dear, come on.
I'm fine.
Oh,
Ow.
all right. Hu'Gurk pats his cheek. Hu'Gurk, come on.
I got it. I'm cool.
Hey guys, thanks for keeping all those cynicals busy. It really gave me some time to think things through.
That was no problem, Alellen. I'm glad
Great
we
teamwork.
were here to help.
Right.
Oh, one of
That
my
is
ribs
going in the performance reviews.
One of my ribs isn't where it's supposed to be. That's
Need
not
some
good.
healing, dear.
No, I'm good. It'll.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll fix itself after all this. Let's not. I'm good.
I'm all out of sunshine, though.
I think we're all out of a lot of things. Hi, everyone.
Time to take a sippy. Connie's just like chugging the greater healing potion she didn't even want to bring on this.
You all look like we did.
Yeah. You guys weren't alive just a moment ago. Oh, I think I broke a rib. Oh, yep. Yep.
Alellen kind of puts a hand on his side and goes, "Oh yeah, ow, ooh,
Oh, shut the
oh,
fuck
oh,
up, Alellen.
oh man, oh yeah, I'm with you guys. This is painful. Oh man, ooh."
Vi, you need a potion of healing?
I think I have one. Thank
Cool.
you, though.
Yep.
Do I have one? Yeah, she has one. She's gonna chug it back like a shot.
Yep. Me too.
Oh, cool. I got 6 points back.
Oh, there are my glasses.
Yeah, sorry, we weren't
Yep.
trying to steal
So-
from you. It was more of like return your belongings to your loved ones type of things. I believe so.
Yeah, you didn't look like you were alive or gonna be hopping back up anytime soon. So here, and Connie will pass back out their Tyrant Security coins as well. These ones are for you.
I appreciate it. I suppose introductions are in order. Well, you know me. I'm Rowan. This is the Elder Dragon branch now. That's Gabs, our secretarian, and the purple tiefling woman. Sort of like does a polite bow. Pleasure to meet y'all. That's Knock, our obviator. Yeah, so that's the kobold archer. And that's Quintus, our cartographer. Pleasure.
Here's your maps, man.
Pleasure.
Oh, perfect. And my sword.
Before you all got your life force taken away from you, you wouldn't have happened to have seen another drow and a human, and then a very tall person named Dave.
As you ask this question, Rowan's book is once again floating next to her, and it's starting to scribble furiously. And she like sort of glances at it, glances back at you. No, before all of this happened, we were in pursuit of the goblin, the remnant person.
Yep.
Whenever we caught up to the leader, whenever he was going through the inns.
It's probably better to think
still-
of them as inns.
Still a little confused. But we managed to grab a crystal off of him. Seemed to tick him off, so that's when he summoned that creature to attack us.
Cup of crystal, Connie.
Connie
Yeah, like-
nods.
Was it pink and purple?
Yes, it was.
Have any idea what the crystal does, or a way to identify it?
He's the goblin, I believe he was calling himself Slelbush, started screaming that it's going to take him ages to get where he needs to go now. So I assume it has something to do with traversing through these inns.
It might help us. I mean, you might need a little rest, but if I don't know if you're all available to help us traverse this with the crystal and kill this goblin. I think we're all agreed that we want to kill this
Yeah,
goblin.
he's
yes?
gotta die. I'm not even, like, no prisoners on that one.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Arjan can
I've
talk to the
killed
body
for
if he
less,
wants.
so you know.
I'll have to admit, we're all, I think, a little exhausted from being dead. Do you know where Tarlin is?
Tarlin?
Tarlin, if you go back 2 inns, Tarlin is hanging out with a beholder in a main room. Pretty sure.
And as you say that, from where the Eldritch Maw was, this sort of like tear forms, and you can see the common room where the beholder, Tarlin, and everybody else was.
Yeah, that one.
Whoa, that's convenient.
Oh,
Perfect.
are we all going in there?
I don't know if we go in there, if we then have to try and hook our way back to this place.
Well, maybe they can come out since they're stuck in there.
I mean, that looks a lot safer than where we were.
Oh, then
All
we should
of
probably go
you-
in there.
All of you go into the tear. That's the common room. The beholder's nice.
But we bristle to traverse this. We don't. I'm not at my best right now.
Why don't we all go in there and rest up a bit?
Yeah. It's not gonna give me much, but it'll be something.
All right. I don't have that many spell slots left.
Hey, plus it, didn't we have that thing? I'm supposed to be for emergencies only.
And what would you call this exactly?
Right, come with us. And as hopefully you all jump through the room to the common room of the normal Elder Dragon Inn, that's where we're going to go to a break.
Yay! right, so we're gonna try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody, see you soon. And then we're back. Hello, everybody. We have escaped through a tear in all of reality to get back to a little safety spot with Beholder and a bunch of our other hirees. So, Connor, take us away.
So as you hop back through this tear into the lit room of the Elder Dragon Inn, the Elder Dragon team hops out. Tarlin waves them over, and there's clearly a reunion going on. You are here in relative safety for the moment.
Short rest, at least.
I don't think we have time for a long.
I don't think we do either.
Rowan actually comes back to you. We do have something for emergencies. To follow me.
I will follow.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
And behind, Rowan leads you into the kitchen, and beneath one of these doors is this sealed chest. And as she pulls it out, you can see this emblem on it that looks like a beaker with 3 draconic talons holding it, which Alellen you would recognize as the symbol of Dragon's Drafts, Arjan's potion company.
Oh, is that the juice?
Rowan
You got juice?
unlocks it, and with a hermetically sealed hiss, the chest opens up, and you can see this very, very cold air start to emanate from it. And from this chest, she pulls 4 vials, all about this tall, that's filled with this bubbling acidic substance. And she hands one of them to each of you.
With my knowledge of poison, does this look like poison?
Make your check. You would have proficiency with this.
Yes.
An intelligence check, adding your proficiency.
Okay. Cooks, I'm not intelligent. Natural 20 minus 2, 18 plus 3, 21.
Natural 20.
Wow, that was a roller coaster.
That was a roller coaster, yeah.
Okay, natural 20. You know that this is an alchemically created substance. Just staring at it for a little bit, you can see that it is a carbonated acidic substance. It's probably bad for your health. It's hard to call it a poison, though.
This looks like a carbonated acidic substance, and I don't think that's good for us.
Which is why we were told it was for emergencies only.
Oh, so this is what does it have, taurine in it? Guarana?
Yeah, something like that. Arjan didn't tell us the exact formula of it, but
They never do.
it's
Probably about 300 milligrams of caffeine per serving.
And it's like acid, so we huck it at the bad guy.
no, you drink it.
All right, down the
That's
hatch.
what I was. Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yep.
Alellen's
Yeah.
dead now.
So after imbibing this, nothing happens for a little bit. It tastes not great. Cloyingly tart and bad.
You're just describing energy drinks to me, Connor.
Shotgun.
I'm going to
I
post in
mainline all of
Discord what the label says on it.
I mainline these anytime I do a long road trip. It's all good. I know they don't taste good.
Arjan calls it Tyrant Energy.
Nice.
Instead of the 3 claws, it's like the 5-headed Tiamat in the background.
It's just 5 claws.
Bottoms up and Tiamat last.
It's legally distinct.
Legally distinct, yeah.
Basically, you get this is a one-time use only. It's fucking difficult to make. I will not stat it out yet, but it's probably gonna show up in the book eventually. Yeah, you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Oh shit.
It's gonna wear off in 8 hours, but they're probably about 4 hours. But hopefully, the rest of this campaign doesn't take 4 hours.
Yeah.
Marking long rest. Woo woo.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling juiced.
Okay, what increased our maximum HP, and does that go away?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I'll trade that. I'll trade that for all my 3rd level spell slots.
Was it like an aid? I feel like it was like a 2nd level aid or something. 'Cause
I have aid.
I think that was it then, because if that's the only spell I can think of that changes your max HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had like a +10 to our max.
Yep.
So does this add? No, just the effects of a long rest.
Yeah, just the effects of a long rest.
Okay.
Connie, you are still poisoned.
I am not, because Vi used a lesser
Lesser
resto.
restoration. Yeah.
Does that cure disease?
I'll double
believe
check.
So. I hope so.
Let me double check. You can touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition inflicted.
One disease. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so she's fine.
Okay, so everybody's back up to max. It's great.
Oh, I feel.
Like I can just
Wow.
do anything, right? For like the next at least
man.
4 hours. I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
crash really hard and may have to sleep for the next couple days, but like
Wow, I think I'm having heart palpitations.
no, it's just going really fast or everything's going really slow.
It's totally what it's like being a bugbear. You go like completely hardcore, and then you crash for like 2 days.
Yeah, you guys have never been on a bender, and it shows.
What's a bender? Is that like some sort of vehicle?
It's where you want to gamble, but you want to do it for like a week straight, and so you
doesn't
make
sound
that happen.
That doesn't
You
sound
make
fun
that
at
happen.
all.
That doesn't sound fun.
Well, you do all the things for like a week, and then you sleep for like 2. It's
Sorry about that. Everyone, I hit my mic.
some,
okay.
nice little chemical compounds go into that. It's great. Yeah,
That sounds
Mhm.
illegal.
it is.
Very.
All right, so we're full of beans. We got juiced. We cleared out 2 rooms. Do we know where to go next? Is there like another door? Do we need to go back to the way that we
I
came?
mean,
What
It-
was
it
that
seems-
crystal
the
you picked up?
crystal, yeah.
Right.
Crystal seems.
The crystal is like purple and has a little bit of pink in it.
Do you think we have time for an identify spell, or is that a necessary thing?
I don't have that kind of magic.
I do.
Can
I just need-
try the touching that crystal, sir and/or madam? Guy,
Connie has the
guy,
crystal.
gal. Okay, I was gonna say guy, gal.
I
not my
appreciate
name,
you
pal.
calling me sir, but I am comfortably a madam. Here you go.
Thank you for letting me know. Pronouns are very important. Can I hold it and like think about finding my way to Andre and see if it does anything?
From behind you, you can hear like this sort of ripping sound, and you see Andre very deftly swinging his sword with this massive bipedal wolf right behind him, fighting off these crystal monstrosities.
She's gonna peek into the tear and just whistle that 2-finger really loud whistle, and just kind of like in here.
You see the wolf's ears like perk up, turn around, and both of them jump through the tear into the kitchen, and these crystal golems are quickly approaching behind them, but as they jump through, the seam begins to close.
Can you think about my dear students next?
Oh,
They don't have much
yes.
vitality.
The little kobold and the Dex and Patsky.
Once again, this tear opens. Are you going to go through all your companions?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through all the
Yes.
companions.
Yeah. As these portals open around you, and you rescue all of your companions from across these separate, overlapping realities. Soon, the common room of the Elder Dragon Inn is very full of people in various states of having been killing things.
Dex, Patsky, are you all right? How many things have you killed?
I think I killed 23.
You're a psychopath. That's amazing.
They were mostly abyssal chickens.
That's still very impressive.
Did you save any of that? I hear they make
Total.
wonderful nuggets.
I was gonna say total abyssal nuggets. You'll be sweet, dude.
Might make you grow another head, but the flavor.
There were so many. There was nothing left to save.
Might need therapy after this.
Do you still crave chicken nuggets?
I don't think I want to go on another nugget quest. At some point, there are just too many nuggets.
We'll find you a new purpose. We will.
Dex is the most relatable character in this whole campaign.
And
Too
Patsky,
real,
how
man.
were the
Too
traps?
real.
They were good. They were good traps.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it's a regular trap house.
Okay. You're not allowed to go near any of those. Those are very bad. That's where I got the stuff for my benders.
What are y'all doing?
All right,
is
so
it time?
these jammies can take us to whoever we call for.
It looks like it has some sort of some level of control over how the realities are intersecting. Yes.
I could try and picture the goblin, though I don't think I've ever seen him.
Or the ritual site.
The ritual site?
Target the ritual site, and then we'll just hop through.
Alright.
Yeah. We'll just fuck that up, and if the goblin shows up, we'll kill him.
Ritual site. She's just holding the crystal.
Maybe tap into that spookiness you encountered earlier. The Remnant.
I'll tap into that.
Excuse me. Ooh, that tyrant energy. Perfect thing to drink at 9:30 at night. Yeah, as you think about the ritual site, it's not a subtle tearing this time. It's like there's resistance, and then it just sort of like fractures. Like there's definitely like something hard that is breaking, as if like glass is shattering in between the stairways that are leading down to the basement and yourself. But this hole is opening in reality, and it does look like you have a way to go forward.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah, same formation. Connie and Hu'Gurk in front and
Yep.
alright. I'm going to just real quick cast Barksking on myself, which doesn't use my spell slots because it is my fancy instrument spell.
Your lead. Okay.
I don't
Or
know
your
how to...
instrument.
Saturn. Yes, my instrument.
Okay.
I think we made it a loot.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I'm going to cast a little bit of false life. Oh, it's not as good as the first one was.
Shield
Hold on.
of faith on me, homie.
All right, final exam time, students. Let's go.
Is Shield of Faith a concentration?
Yeah.
Fudge. I need a spell storing ring.
Don't we all?
All right. This fracture, as you step through it, you find yourself walking into this cavern where a broad sandstone rise is lit by sheets of green flame that scour the ceiling. Thin shelves of eroded rock emerge from the center of this rise to create a large central mesa. There are 10 goblins that are standing guard around this promontory, which has twisting steps leading up to where this one elusive goblin, the mastermind of the Remnant, stands. This sandstone pillar rises from the mesa before the goblin, and floating above it is a piece of the clockwork component of the Ori of the Wanderer that's spinning rapidly, glowing with power. Behind the goblin is a rift in reality, a purple wound in the world beyond which you can see goblins with purple eyes, extra limbs, and other strange mutations. The far realm goblins are pushing forward, trying to press through the portal and step into your world. This goblin, Slobosh, laughs.
You are too late. The ritual is under my control, and now you must hear my most villainous speech. Remnant brothers, kill these meddlesome fools. And just to sway the odds, how about some ironic assistance for my minions?
With a flourish,
Asshole person.
Slobosh manipulates one of the Ori's clockwork components, and from different corners of the room, 4 new tears in reality form, with 4 outlines beginning to form before the rifts. I'll let everybody roll for initiative, but once that all starts, Vibe, then you would be able to cast Hold Person.
I don't have Hold Person. I thought I did, but I don't. So that would have been cool, but no.
That's a
Do I have anything?
That's a
similar?
4 on initiative, Chief.
I've
Got a 12. Best one of the night. Oh, I know what I can cast.
Oh, that is not the correct campaign. Whoops.
Did you grab our Sunday game?
I did.
Yeah, we need to get those folks in here. We're like level 12. get us in here. This is better than hell.
Need some world savers. Here it is. Bam.
We're inside like a scab mountain right now. It's disgusting.
Say Scab Mountain? Thanks, wizards.
Thanks, Kate Welch.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Knights in the Courtyard. Let's talk Viking myths.
Yeah.
Ooh, love that.
Okay, because I was busy trying to fix this, you tell me y'all's rolls.
4.
9.
12.
Finally, 23.
All is right in the world.
There we go. There we go. So up first, Hu'Gurk. So let me paint this out really well. You are on the ground floor of this. Slobosh and the Orrery are up at the top of this sandstone pillar. If you want to try and get up there, you're going to need to try and climb up the sandstone pillar. There are other goblins around the bottom floor. About 10 of them. That's what's going on.
How far up is the sands? Are they on the sandstone pillar?
It's pretty far, probably about It's close enough where you would be able to get within one turn. So I'll say probably about 30 feet.
Okay. Well, I take the old sun hammer since we had a rest, and just start off with the mega ray.
Okay.
Battleship Yamato blast.
I don't understand why everyone doesn't just start with their most powerful move first.
Okay. He needs to make a
DC 15. Let me make sure. I always forget if it's Dex or Con. I do believe it is. Oh, I gotta go to spells. Con 15. Con.
he rolled an 8.
Okay. So that is 25 radiant damage.
He's not looking great.
Good.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
He seems to be the big bad, right?
Yes.
Oh, but I need to hit someone to use Hunter's Mark, right?
For Hunter's Mark is just a bonus action that
You have already cast a spell this turn.
Oh, even though it was from the because it was my action, and so I can't cast a bonus action spell because it has levels.
Yes.
Also,
Perfect.
concentration.
Cool. Works for me.
Is it a sunbeam?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Is that concentration?
Moonbeam? Like, is that a
Sunbeam.
concentration spell?
And I'd have to.
I want to say it is because you can if it's a
it
movie,
is.
you can move it.
I get to redo it as long as I have concentration for the next minute.
Okay.
I can as my action, I can re-aim and fire the beam again. And that's it for me.
Oh, and it's blinded too.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it's a beam. So if there was anything else between it, they would have had to save too.
The way you're angling it, it's probably just him that you're getting.
And that's what I figured. I didn't even think about it, or didn't even worry about it.
All right. Alellen, you're up next.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Hey, does anybody have anything cool to say? Hey, fuck you, catapult, 3rd level.
All right.
Deck save, please.
15.
Look, if anyone asks, you said
It is
something.
a 15.
You said something really cool. Did you roll with advantage because he's blinded?
It's a deck save.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't know if blinded. Does blinded affect us?
You tell me. Fails any ability check. Okay, it doesn't say anything against saves.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about spell saves. Okay, he dodged it somehow.
Are saves ability checks?
I think that is
No,
a Jeremy.
They distinct between saving throws and ability checks.
Okay, so
Boo.
it would make sense, but that's not a specific thing, so I'm not going to give it.
Okay. Is there anyone behind?
No.
Behind? No. Okay. Well, okay. Whatever. My 3rd level spell
Well,
slot.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of Far Realm goblins.
Okay, they all need to make deck saves because that thing just keeps moving.
It is impossible to not hit one.
It is impossible to not hit one. Okay,
and
well, one of
it's
them.
just going to die.
Okay, well, it takes 16 bludgeoning damage. I don't know.
Yeah, you see just like purple blood just spray out of this portal.
All right, well, I mean, that's something, I guess. Bonus action. Go get him. Throw.
Okay. How fast can your throw move?
30 feet? Flying speed? Is that
Okay.
enough?
Sure.
Yeah. And the range on the force strike is also 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
It does little punches of like key blast kind of deals.
Okay,
Yeah.
make the attack.
All right. 11.
11 is
Wait.
not going to hit.
It's blinded.
It is blinded.
Advantage. Ha ha. Come on, little thrall. 12.
12 is not going to hit.
Fuck. Okay. What about... Oh, I have my students again.
You do.
All right, get him, Dex. What does Dex have? A magic missile.
Every magic missile.
Yep. 3d4 plus 3 force damage. 10. 10 force damage.
Alellen, how do you want to do this? Or Dex?
Dex, if you manage to kill this guy, I'm absolving your student loan debt. You little psychopath.
He just...
This is for Sally Mae.
Not Sally Mae.
And with a jolt of arcane force, Slobosh is knocked to the ground and is not moving. The ritual continues.
Oh no. I
Uh,
think
what
we
is
need to get the orrery piece.
What is Patsky?
Oh. What does Patsky have? All of these traps take like 5 minutes to set up, I think. Yeah, okay. He's got something that doesn't. You know... Is there like a thing, like a physical thing that looks like it's doing this? Or like a trouble spot just filled with enemies?
There are enemies all over the floor
Mhm.
that look ready to accost you.
Okay.
And enemies behind the portal.
Okay. Yeah, so Patsy's gonna find like the area between like blocking the most immediate path to the orrery piece. And is gonna toss a shredder,
Okay.
which is basically like the little I forget what they're called from Dishonored, like the spring razors. This kind of does the same thing. It makes a 15-foot radius sphere. And every creature inside has to make a dex save, DC 13.
$21.
Okay, that'll succeed.
3 goblins die.
They die. Okay. Yeah. And so there are spikes on the ground. So maybe try to avoid those. But they all take, 4d6 piercing damage, whatever. Or unless they just die. In which case that's fine too. Oh, half damage with a successful save. So the one that succeeded, should I roll damage?
I'm treating the goblins as minions.
Okay.
Speaking of, it is now the goblins' turn. One is going to try to attack Connie. I don't believe a 10 is going to hit you.
No, it doesn't.
One is going to try and attack Alellen. I don't believe a 6 is going to hit you.
No, I'm not going to do it.
One's going to attack Hu'Gurk. And I don't believe a 12 is going to hit you.
Nope.
Vi. And company.
Sorry, I thought I muted myself. How many goblins? It's just a hordes of goblins coming in.
There are currently 7 goblins on the ground, but you see up on the sandstone pillar behind the orrery, which is channeling this far realm energy, there's a terror reality where other mutated goblins are trying to come into.
Okay, so I'm going to step forward, and she's gonna take out her lute and just give a very loud note, like shredding a guitar, almost like an electric guitar, and she's gonna cast Thunder Wave at 3rd level.
Okay. So that's a save.
A con save 15 is what you're looking to beat.
18.
Okay, I believe they still take half. So they will take half of 23. So
So you'll kill 5
11.
goblins.
Nice.
There's still 2 on the ground.
Okay. As she plays this really loud note and just sound waves come off and just throw goblins around, her dog is gonna come in and use his action. Can it get to the orrery piece?
If they're trying to get up the sandstone pillar, they need to make a DC 14 athletics check.
Okay. Well, as a bonus action, I'm going to give my dog inspiration. And she's just gonna say, "Get that for mommy," and as she points at the Ori piece. You said what, Dex?
DC 14 athletics check.
Athletic checks. Athletics is strength.
Mm-hmm.
So let me roll a d20. Come on, baby. +2, it's 14 because I have.
Okay, so that's exactly enough. Bilber and Wilhelmina sort of like jump up and claw their way up onto the top of the sandstone pillar, and the orrery and the currently on the ground body of Slobosh is there.
They're going to grab a part of the orrery with their mouth and try to drag it back.
Yeah, they grab onto it, and it seems to be affixed in place within the weave.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what they're going to do right now. But I have Andrew and
Andre.
Sorry, I don't know why I said Andrew. Because I was reading Andre Bellevue.
Mm-hmm.
So I said Andrew. Excuse me. Okay, they are going to make 2 short sword attacks. One at one of the goblins.
Okay.
Short sword +7 to hit. 10.
10 will not hit.
He never hits, let me tell you. 18.
18 will hit.
Okay. And that's going to be 1d6 + 4. It's 5, but they also take 3d6 poison.
Yeah, this goblin dies.
Okay. Yeah, they take an extra, like, I don't know, 13 poison damage. And then I have Nalaris, who's going to fly. When they tried to pull the Ori, does it seem like there was something like physically holding the Ori? Like, could Nalaris attack the sand like days?
She can try. It's going to take an Arcana check to really figure out what's going on.
Okay. Are any of the goblins getting in?
Not yet.
Okay. So she's gonna hold her action.
Okay.
And I cannot make an Arcana check because I already did mine. Those
What
are my babies.
what is she gonna hold her action for?
She's gonna hold her action for poison breath. So she's gonna move and fly almost like near the entrance of this tear, and hold a poison breath.
For whenever the goblins come out?
For whenever the goblins start coming out.
Okay. From the sandstone pillar, you hear.
I was a young, up-and-coming goblin, like any other goblin, filled with hopes and dreams.
And as the body of Slawbosh gets filled with this far realm energy and once again jerks up, you can see almost this sort of like ripple above, as it's almost like there are two versions of Slawbosh colliding with each other. And as his mouth opens, it opens into two mouths. His arms split into four arms. Some weird fucking shit is happening with Slawbosh, but he is once again arisen by this ritual. That is it for his turn. Connie.
Okay, so the piece of the orrery is atop the sandstone.
Yep.
How tall is the sandstone pillar?
About 30 feet.
I would like to try... Oh, fuck, because I can't just, like, climb up it. Because I don't have... I think Connie will... No, because that only increases by 10 feet.
Are you worried about your movement?
Yes.
If the dog was able to climb up, you can.
Okay, because Connie wants to get up, and even though it's like caught holding itself in the weave, she wants to pull out the rest of the orrery and see if she can just shove it into it. But she would need to climb up there.
Yeah, so if you are trying to climb up, it's going to be a athletics check.
Okay, so let's see it. So athletics, that's a 13.
13 is not enough. You are trying to climb up, and you are able to find a ledge to like sort of rest on, but you're not able to make yourself all the way up to this component.
Gotcha. Can I use my action to dash to get up?
That
to
what's your action?
Okay. Got it. So she is close to it, but not there yet. Slawbosh is there.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to cast a third level guiding bolt.
You've used your action.
Right. So yes. Instead, though, I can spiritual weapon at second level.
You can do that.
Just a bonus. So, Shazam. Zeus guide me. That's a 15.
To hit Slawbosh?
Yes.
Yes, that will hit. Exactly.
Okay. Min damage for 4 points of force.
All right.
As the spectral baseball bat just whacks.
Okay. It is now the ritual's turn.
Why?
And you see in the south corner of the room, from this tear in reality, it's at first it's like warbly and purple, but then it turns just this like impossibly dark black. But you can see little pinpricks of specks of light, almost like starlight, start to appear in it. And as it continues rippling out, steps this gray skin, or this impossibly like pale skinned elf, dressed in this monochrome fashion. Within the blacks of his eyes, you can see just little pinpricks of starlight. This impossibly large tome at his side, with the head of some sort of animal on it, clutching a spear at his side, who has already rolled into initiative. Hu'Gurk, it is now your turn.
Sunbeam at the now 4-armed Slavash.
Okay, so that's just another con save.
Yep, 15.
Do you have to use your action on that again, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time I re-point the beam, but again, if there's multiple things in the beam, they all do their gig.
15 exactly.
Okay.
So I think that saves.
I believe that does. Okay, so he takes half this damage. Oh, wait, it's right here. You just gotta get rid of that and then hit that. So half of 37. 17? 18?
It'd be 18.
Yeah, 18.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Slavash has taken damage. Okay.
That's all I got.
Connie. As who your player would recognize as Calum from a different dimension, steps out of this portal. He is going to run up and make an attack with his shadow spear.
Caleb!
That's not good.
Does a 19 hit you?
It does not, because I have my Shield of Faith up.
All right, it misses. He reels back, and from his hand casts Chill Touch. Which will also not hit with a 9. But you can see this boy did not come to play.
No, but he's not casting Nevermore Life Hunt, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
Alellen.
Oh man.
There were, Levi. There were, in fact, 4 portals that opened.
Yeah, Alel's gonna go. Yeah, Dex, sorry, it's not gonna count, bud. You came back. And then he's gonna cast a spell. Wizard, artificer, they all do it. Let's see. Well, yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna see how this turns out. He's gonna give a real good effort, and we're gonna do that lightning launcher from the armor, and just
At
a little Iron Man at Slabash.
okay.
I don't know if it's true, but we'll just keep killing him until this thing ends. Oh, that's a 1. Ooh, there ain't nothing I can do about that.
That's not gonna do it.
Oh well, I tried. Go get him. That's the best I got.
How are they gonna go get him?
Thrall is gonna do the little punch. Oh, that was 2. I'll do the first one. 12 plus 4, 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. Yeah, I accidentally clicked it. My mouse does that. It just clicks twice. 4 points of force damage.
Not looking good.
All right. It's like, okay, Dex, can you do it again? Can you do that twice? Magic missile.
How do you want to do it?
Oh shit! Again.
He has 1 hit point left.
I mean, yeah, Dex is just gonna do I don't know. How does Dex put some extra oomph behind it?
Okay, real quick. He's like,
Yes, that.
Just all right.
His wand
Where
turns
did you get a
into
gun?
his wand turns into a gun.
Where did you get a gun?
He
Little
casts magic 9mm.
Exactly.
I like to feel like he just found it in one of the other alternate realities and just pocketed it. Like while he was blasting chickens.
Dex, you little psychopath. Where do you keep coming up with it? I'm worried about you. We need to get you some therapy with all that money you don't have to
I
pay
told
back.
you.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, there it goes.
Patsky doing something?
Yeah, Patsy's gonna do something. First, Patsy's gonna see if he gets his can piece together another shredder. No, the opposite of piecing together another shredder. Okay. So, is this AU Caleb wearing metal armor?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Still gonna go for it. Yeah, Patsy's gonna throw a stunner, which is a bola made of metal wire, magnets, and static electricity capacitors, and just chuck it at Caleb.
Okay.
So that's a ranged weapon attack +5 to hit. Okay, I caught it that time before it rolled 2. There we go. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's a 1. That's not gonna do it.
Nope, that's not going to do it.
Just flies off, and Patsy's like, "That was my only one."
One of these goblins is going to shoot out at you, Connie, since you're getting close to the ritual. I don't believe a 14 is going to hit.
No, that ain't it, Chief.
Vi.
Okay, so I know there's a lot that's been going on, and so I'm gonna need a quick you painting me the battlefield. There's Caleb.
Right.
There's
Yeah, Caleb is on the floor.
okay.
Both of your pets are up on the sandstone pillar.
Okay.
Where Slawbosh is dead and no goblins have come out of the portal yet.
Okay. I'm gonna take Wilbur's and Wilhelmina's first turn first. If I can.
Mhm.
And they're gonna use their breath weapon on the I don't know the goblin's name, I can't say it.
Slelbosh.
Slelbosh on Slelbosh's body. And do all saving throws fail because he's dead?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's gonna do some fire damage. I'm gonna roll it just in case. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this guy. That's 6. And since he failed, let's see. They're also restrained by the hardening rock. So you see, like, Wilhelmina let go of the piece and just look at this body of a goblet, and just this breath of molten rock comes out and just falls on him and just starts hardening around, encasing him in rock.
Sweet.
Yeah. The rock does have AC and hit points, and I will send those to you in a second. But then I'm going. Can I make an Arcana check on the sandstone pillar?
Sure. On the pillar or
Like what's holding the orrery piece there, basically? Because you told me I could roll an Arcana check to figure out what's going on.
are you going up to the ritual?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Make a.
Plus,
You're gonna need to make a check to climb up.
12. I rolled a 6.5 plus 6.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I'd like to think that as you are struggling to climb up the pillar with all the chaos happening around you, Connie reaches down and pulls you up onto the same ledge that she's on.
And I'm not close enough to make like an Arcana check.
You could try it. The DC has definitely gone up.
Okay. I can't give myself inspiration. Oh, I still have inspiration from last game, I think. because I have my inspiration marked. But that's 18 minus 1, so 17. And I'll still use my inspiration just in case. It's a d4, right? The
Mhm.
ones you give us? Okay.
The ones I give you, or it's just a reroll?
Oh, okay. Then I'll just use my 17.
Okay.
On it.
With a 17, looking at this clockwork component, it looks like it's affixed in place by the ritual itself. So long as the ritual is going on, this thing is not going to be able to be moved.
Mhm.
And it looks like there is a connection to the ritual that is happening with Slelbosh that looks weakened as he's dead.
Mhm.
That's all you'll get for now.
Can she just scream this out as a free action?
Yeah.
This information? Yeah. She'll scream that out. And Nalaris is gonna go and turn, look at Caleb on the floor, and do her breath weapon.
Okay.
So, are there any goblins still there as well?
There's one.
Can she get Caleb and the goblin because it's a 15-foot cone?
Sure.
Okay. So they have to make DC 11. So it's not too much, but still.
Deck save or con save?
I believe it's a con save.
Okay.
Double check. Con save.
They all fail.
Okay.
They both fail.
So they take 23 poison damage.
Yeah, the goblin's dead.
Yeah. I don't think he has a poison condition though. So that's gonna be him. And what can I see of the ritual? Is it just the connection between the goblin?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to read the energy, especially from this angle.
Okay. But is there like some sort of like physical ritual happening?
It looks like whatever was already happening has been set in motion, and you can just see like the energy moving.
Okay. Yeah, Andre's just gonna hold his action and get close to where the portal is, and not climb up the sand pillar, but he's gonna hold his action in case anything else comes out. Or actually, he's gonna attack Caleb. My bad.
Okay.
Because I forgot Caleb was there. Okay, so he's gonna use his hand crossbow. Can I use my inspiration on Andre?
Sure.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Okay, I think that's 26 to hit.
I need Andre to make a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. Well, let me add his wisdom save +4, 16.
Andre vanishes as Caleb casts Temporal Shunt.
So his attack doesn't hit. God, fucking damn it.
Caleb targeted the triggering creature, which must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or vanish, being thrown to another point in time and causing the attack to miss.
What was the DC?
17.
Okay, that's fair.
Is it like banish where like they come back?
He'll come back at the start of Vi's next turn.
I have an idea.
You hear
An orc with the Kissin Trade Company employed me and other goblins to carry townsfolk while they overtook a power vacuum left by an ancient dragon. Like it was broke.
as Slelbosh once again reappears with his 2 mouths, still encased in the rock, but he is alive again. Connie.
I think Connie, she sees Slowwash. Slowwash is prone.
Mhm.
All right, so she is going to continue climbing to the top of the sandstone.
Okay, make your athletic check.
Yeah. That's another 13.
Okay, you'll climb the rest of the way there.
Okay, so she...
But that's your action.
Yeah, she pulls herself to the top. She still has her spiritual weapon summoned. So yeah, she is going to use that spiritual weapon to try and strike Slowbosh.
Yeah, okay. I'll say you're attacking Slowbosh and not the rock casing.
Yeah.
21 is going to hit.
Okay. And then that is a 9 for 9 force damage.
All right.
Splat, 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 splat.
It's the ritual's turn again. Two things happen because I forgot to put another effect in the initiative order, so things will happen correctly now. First off, 7 goblins appear from out of the far realm portal. Not all of them appearing at the top, like some of them just like start appearing on the ground, but these mutated goblins with like tentacle arms, extra eyes, like purple skin, extra eyes where eyes should not be, start appearing on the battlefield. There are now 7 goblins down there. Also, from the north portal, from this warbling purple energy, it just starts to become encased in ice. And as this blue hand punches through this ice portal, out steps this Winter Eldrin with this impossibly cold sword at her side, who just as she steps out, that you can feel the temperature drop in this room. A full Elsa from Frozen style. As she takes a step, the floor ices over, and Corey from a different dimension has stepped into the room. Hu'Gurk. Also, remember, I believe you are controlling Coda.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, I'm gonna go with Coda first. Can Coda try to like totally werewolf charge, knock her back through the portal?
So interestingly, the
push?
portals have disappeared whenever Caleb and Corey have stepped out of them. I forgot to describe that.
Okay. That okay sucks. I guess he's going to. Coda's going to try to grapple her.
Okay. Yeah.
Totally take her down. And I should have him under extras.
Yep.
And Coda. And the dice roller's in the way. Yep. Okay. Cool. This will be +4 to attempt the grapple. Oh, it might be more than that. I didn't see if he had. Does he have?
With a 7 + 4, that beats what she rolled. So
Okay.
you will be able to grapple Corey.
Okay. Yeah. So he just wants to like take her down, knock her prone, basically a push, not a grapple.
Yeah, Corey is being hugged by a werewolf.
Okay. Aw.
Hu'Gurk.
Vi, I heard the words you said, but like, what do we need to do?
Kill this
cannot-
goblin.
Okay.
Sorry.
He just keeps coming back to life.
I don't know. He's gonna die at some point, right?
Alellen, use your brains.
I've got an idea. Just maybe hit him with another sunbeam in the meantime. But
That's what I'll do then.
either we kill him enough times, or I get to use my idea.
But
He fails.
He keeps splitting and getting like stronger and stuff.
He failed.
Cool. Spells. Damage. 25
He's dead
radiant
again.
damage. Boing.
Anything else?
No, because I don't want to be. I don't want to lose concentration because the sunbeam is what's frying the goblin. So I just kind of stay where I can fire at the goblin and not be eaten by a portal dweller person.
Okay. Hu'Gurk, does a 20 hit you?
Yep.
You are going to be taking 6 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and
Man,
7 points of necrotic damage
that's a compound
from
sentence.
Caleb's Shadow Spear. Also, I believe an 18 is going to hit you
Yep.
for 8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Corey is going to, as a bonus action, face step behind Coda.
Cool. Very cool.
And make a couple of attacks against him.
Oh.
What's Coda's AC? I don't believe it's 20.
Yeah, probably not. No, 16. Same as mine.
Okay. 12 points of damage for the regular.
Okay.
And 25 points for the crit.
And I can change those here somehow?
If you click on him in the extras menu, you should be able to change the HP.
Hit points. There it is. Okay.
Yeah. So 12 and 25, so 37 points of damage overall.
Okay. And I can type that in.
Alellen, you're going to be up next.
Okay. Is the Slabash's mind accessible?
He's dead.
Since he keeps coming back to, but he keeps coming back to life.
Well, he's dead.
Okay, then I'm gonna hold a spell, a nice little spell called Detect Thoughts for the next time he fucking gets up.
Okay.
Or I mean, I think actually I can just I think I can just cast that. Yeah, because it's concentration. It lasts for 1 minute, so I'm just gonna cast that, and then I can use an action.
Okay. Are you moving anywhere?
Not near a fucking portal.
Okay.
Just far from portals.
Patsky Dex.
Oh yeah, I guess
Thrall.
they gotta. Yeah, bonus action for Thrall to do some to shake things up a bit. Gonna try to hit that Caleb because that seems like a problem. Yeah, that's a. Oh, these dice are interesting. 17 plus 4, so a 21.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then D4 plus 2. Nice. 6 points of force damage. Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
All right.
Dex is gonna.
Caleb is going to use a reaction
Oh,
to turn invisible
cool.
as he uses his Misty Escape.
Sweet. Okay. So Dex is gonna hide.
Okay.
That makes sense. Dex is like, I don't know where he went. That's what is the stealth? But 14 on stealth. Not very strong. He's like,
All right. A couple of these far realm goblins are going to take a couple of shots at Vi and Connie since they're climbing up. Does a 15 hit you, Connie?
A 15 does not.
Right. Does a 12 hit you, Vi?
It didn't come through in the audio.
Oh, sorry, it does not.
Okay. On initiative 10, from the eastern portal, with absolutely no fanfare whatsoever, you see this form of a couple of creatures come out. This dire wolf, immediately snarling, reaching out of the portal, and astride its back, somebody that you all recognize. It's just she looks so much more wild and angry. This is Gwen.
What?
I thought she was in hell.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same one.
Vi, at the beginning of your turn, Andre reappears.
Okay. It's gonna immediately take its action to where is it? Sorry, there's a lot of things I gotta click. Use his hand crossbow against Corey because I'm not sure if Gwen is friendly or not. Probably not. But Corey.
Also, Corey attacked his mans.
That's
That's true.
That's true.
Okay.
18.
18 just hits Corey.
Ooh, shit.
Actually, go ahead. Go ahead. I've got to remember to do this whenever y'all say y'all are attacking Corey. But go ahead.
Okay. No, but if you remember, go ahead.
I need Andre to make a wisdom save. To overcome Corey's sorrowful presence.
Well, he's not near her.
It starts within 60 feet of Corey.
Okay. 13 plus.
That's so much.
The Winter
what was it?
Eladrin
A
are nothing
wisdom?
to fuck with.
Yeah, wisdom.
17.
Okay, you are not charmed by Corey.
Okay, cool. So he's gonna hit with 1d6 plus 4, 5. But I mean, she's probably gonna make it. But DC 13 con save.
$12.
She is poisoned for 1 hour.
Okay. How much damage did you do?
Just 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Cool. I need him to make another with Constitution saving throw as she uses her frigid rebuke.
Con is +5, so 18.
You do not take cold damage from this.
Okay.
Good job.
Good job, Andre. Sorry, I couldn't read for a second. Next.
You still had the rest of you.
During any of these attacks, I have killed the goblin whose names I cannot remember for the life of me, even if you repeat it right now. All I can think about is Slambush for some reason.
Sure.
Close enough.
When he has died and gone down, has he been intact every time he's hit? Like his body, his head, nothing's missing.
I like where you're going with this. Yes.
What if I can get up there? Can she decapitate this goblin?
If you can get up there, that's a great thing to find out.
Because she's on the ledge. Is it still a dex save 14?
It's a athletics check 14.
Athletics check. Ooh, she only has +4. +2. It's 15.
All right, you were able to climb up to the top. That is your action.
God damn it. Okay, I don't have... Connie, you're up there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know when you go, but she's gonna look at you and just say, just decapitate that motherfucker, please. And just give you bardic inspiration.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And then Nalaris is going to... Let me see if she gets her poison breath back. Nope. She does not. But she can... bite. So she's gonna bite at Corey. And I know I have to make a bunch of saves, right?
Mm-hmm.
First is wisdom.
Yeah.
That is 19.
You are not charmed.
Okay. And then gonna do a bite to hit. Let's see. Natural 20.
That'll hit.
So that is... Do you want me to roll twice or just double what I get?
2 times the amount of click clacks on this channel.
Okay. D10. Nice. Plus 14 plus 2, so 16 plus also double the poison damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 poison damage.
Okay.
And does she need to make a con save for the cold damage?
No.
Okay.
That's her reaction. She has used her reaction this turn.
Okay. And Wilhelm and Wilhelmina are going to attack Slambush's Slobbosh, something like that.
S-Man.
S-Man.
Okay.
Let me see if they get there.
So he's dead,
Yeah.
and they're already up at the top, right?
Yeah.
So you hit.
I hit? Okay. They want to just bite attack and just try to rip this guy's head off.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. On Slowbosh's turn, you hear from his disembodied head.
Arjan foiled the Kessen's plans, and the goblins were left to die all alone when the dust settled.
As his head rolls back onto the body, and it once again jerks upright. And the ritual stabilizes again. Connie.
This is a lot. I'm pretty sure I can't attack that lady on top of the wolf.
I'm sorry, Alellen, you weren't holding your action.
So I think the way it works, I cast Detect Thoughts last turn.
Right.
When it's my turn, I can use an action to probe into
Okay.
Slabash's thoughts. So
Okay.
maybe don't kill him before I go.
So I'm on top of this thing. There's
Mhm.
ritual stuff that's going on all around me.
Yep.
That's not good. However, I have some bardic inspiration from my dear friend Vi. And I'm pretty upset about this whole thing. I gotta dispel magic for the ritual. I'm gonna try and dispel it.
I want you to make an Arcana check.
Okay, that doesn't sound good. Arcana. 15?
15. Okay. Because we're at our cutting off point, and this is our last episode, I'm gonna tell you what's happening. As long as the ritual is going on, it's going to keep bringing Soulwash back. So long as he is in control of the ritual. You can attempt to wrest control of the ritual from him, but that's going to require some sort of Arcana.
I will do that thing.
You see that this is happening because he is connected to one of the pieces of the Orrery of the Wanderer. Possibly adding more pieces of the Orrery of the Wanderer can help you have a bigger control of this ritual.
I'll try it.
Okay, so if you are trying to add a component with an action and a successful Arcana check or Dexterity check using Jeweler's Tools with these tools.
Oh, Arcana sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So just add one piece of the orrery at a time?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to add the Wheel of Stars to this.
Yeah, so it gets added to this. The next person who tries to take control of the ritual will have advantage.
Modified 20.
Yeah. You add the ritual, or you add the component.
And I will yell out to Alellen, take control of the ritual, make it a casino or your home or Tiamat's place. I really don't care at this point. Just whatever is not this bullshit going on. And I think this entire time, Dave Thunderaxe, who I totally did not forget that I was Jaegering this entire combat, has been speechless. Just, my God. Magic and wizards and bullshit. This is crazy in the back, but he sees Gwen and he knows that is not my chieftain. So I think Dave is going to then do the no doubles tactic and try and attack Gwen using with his multi-attack of his two battle axe attacks.
Okay.
All right, so first attack from Dave. It's a natural one.
That's not going to hit.
Second attack from Dave, 15.
15 will just hit.
Okay. For 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
A respectable 10. That's it for Dave.
All right. It is now the ritual's turn. And 4 more goblins will appear. Hu'Gurk.
Okay, so Slavash?
Slawbash.
Yeah. He's
Ambush.
Slambush is bad.
Sloppy Joe, yeah.
Sloppy Joe is back up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
I've gained all the information I was going to ask for with a detect thoughts, so you can kill him.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the thing. He'll be like, "Are we still killing this dude?"
Yeah, some voice in the sky told me what I needed to know. We're good.
Well, blast him again. So DC 15 con check.
Okay. No.
Okay.
I love this. You have never given this person a turn. It's great. 32 points.
32.
He's dead. He has 27 hit points as his max. He's dead immediately.
Just everywhere.
Okay, that's all. Hu'Gurk just asked the question, then points Dust Crusher and laser beams him. That's a las cannon from 40K, obviously. So that's it.
Coda. Coda.
Yeah, Coda. It will. Fudge. He's bloodied already. So,
If you want him to chill back, that's cool.
yeah, he's got. I already turned him into the wolf, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, frack it. Yeah, he'll try it. He'll go bite claws.
Okay.
And there is no rolling mechanisms on this, right?
No, you're going to have to just use the regular
That's
dice
fine.
roller.
That's fine. Okay, he's +7.
You can lock the pop out that has the stat block, and that makes things a lot easier.
The little 2-arrow thing.
That keeps the stat block from going away when you have to do dice.
Oh, neat. Okay.
There's like a little
That's
lock at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Let me get his. So it's a little. What is it? It's at the top that you can lock it.
Yeah, there's like a little lock symbol at it's like at the top of the little window that pops out.
Nope.
Hmm.
Not on here.
It might depend on how wide your window is.
That's
If
probably.
you scroll all the way up,
probably it.
you can see it. It'll be on top of the rectangle.
Mine's like right next to the little anvil.
Yep. It's I had to expand.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Wait, no, but the character's gone now. Fudge. The hell. Okay. Sorry, guys. Why don't you move on and I'll figure this out.
Okay. Up next is going to be Calum. Calum is going to take and make an Eldritch Blast at Vi. And will miss. Make another one at Corey. Not Corey. Connie. So close. I don't believe a 14 is going to hit. That's going to be his turn.
Oh, thank God.
But what if it was Corey? What if it was?
Corey, we're going to see if her face step recharges. It does not. Corey's going to take the dodge action. Holding out her shield. Alellen.
All right. I'm just gonna try to mojo the shit. It's just how do I wrest control? Is that just an Arcana check?
Well, you need to get to the component.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have 35 feet of movement.
Okay. You can, unless you
like an
can fly,
athletics
you're
check?
going to need to make an athletics check, yeah.
Okay.
And that would be your action.
Okay, so then I can't wrest control because that's my action. Cool. Okay, well, we'll just make the check, see what happens. 6. I have a +1 to strength, so that's kind of a non-starter.
Okay, but you're
for
able
a
to
while.
you're able to get halfway up.
All right.
All right. Hu'Gurk, yeah.
Yeah, I got it back. It went blank for some reason.
How much damage on the
It is
claws?
that's +4, so 6, and then his bite attack. Is +7, so 19.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. Bite. So that's +4, so 8 points on the bite, and then I know this probably won't matter, but a DC 12 Constitution save or be cursed with lycanthropy.
Four.
Oh shit. Well, hell.
Well,
That's a ding dang old werewolf elegy.
Yep.
Did you just make Corey a werewolf?
Yup.
Surprise.
You're welcome, Danae.
Yeah.
Whoops! All werewolves.
Alellen will also say, hey Connie, if you want to just go ahead and give it a shot, I gotta take a breather here. I'm on my way though. Just like you're already up there. Just...
Gym was never my strong suit.
For a bonus action, Gwen is going to get Cybra to make a bite attack on Dave. 11 to hit.
That is not enough for Dave Thunderaxe.
That's fine because she's going to recklessly attack him.
Ah,
Natural 20.
that is more than enough to hit Dave Thunderaxe.
$30.
Dave is going to use a Stone's Endurance and suck up 9 of that, so he only takes 21.
Okay.
Good job, Dave.
24 to hit.
I'll do it.
$18 points of slashing damage.
Dave is going to question why he is here. Yes.
How's he looking?
He is very well bloodied, but still kicking.
Natural 20 to hit.
What the fuck? Yes.
I'm rolling 4d12 on this, by the way.
Ow.
If Dave dies, we can just tell Gwen that it was her
32
fault.
points of slashing damage.
Dave is down. That is
You killed Dave, Gwen.
Gwen killed Dave, not us.
Dave, no.
He had 24 HP, so Dave is at 0. Good job, Dave.
On initiative count 10, from the remaining portal, as it warbles, you see these talons rake through the energy.
Not Arsha.
And just one massive leg steps out, followed by another. And as this huge draconic head steps out, you recognize the face of Arjan, but not as the draconian that you remember. This is a young dragon, or adult dragon.
Good.
And he just roars as he steps through. Vi, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna try and wrestle control of this thing.
Okay, make an Arcana check. You have advantage. Oh, actually, To seize control of the components fueling the ritual, a creature on the top of the mesa can use a bonus action to attempt a DC 15 Intelligence Arcana check or a Charisma Persuasion check.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, well that's if I got like a plus 12 just in that probably. So
She
like
can still roll a 1.
So,
3. I have advantage though.
You do?
Said I had used. Oh God.
Ooh.
Okay. Please. 17.
Vi.
Yes.
As you reach out with your knowledge of the arcane and just reach out knowing that you can convince anything in the world to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yes,
You
I
pull-
fucking can.
You wrest the control away from Slabash, who is dead and cannot resist this. And as you do, the goblins disappear. The warbling energy stops. The room falls silent.
All you hear from her is no more ritual.
okay, but like the dragon, the Eladrin, the Shadar-kai, and like everyone else, they're still there, or did they go with the goblins?
They're all still there. They collapse. Or the humanoids like sort of like shake their head. Seem to be snapped out of whatever was controlling them.
It's done.
we're cool.
The dragon steps forward and just sort of sniffs the air. I don't recognize you, but you bear my mark. What have you done?
This is not your dimension. I could help you get back. I believe.
Will you do so?
Right. She's going to grasp the crystal and just focus on him and like the magic and almost like arcane mark of his dimension around him, and try to open a portal to where he came from, where him and his friends came from.
It doesn't work. You feel as if in the moment that you stop this ritual, the separate dimensions are no longer overlaid.
All right.
And you are in your original dimension. I want to make that very clear.
Okay.
Also, we're just sort of going to fast play the rest of this. We're essentially going into the epilogue.
All right. So all the pieces of the orrery, can they all get back? Like if they're not part of said ritual anymore, so
Yeah.
Mr. Arjan, if that is who I believe you are, do you know if these other 3 are from the same place that you are? Do they smell like you? Do you know?
I've never seen these people before in my life.
But, quick question. Do you know possibly if they are from roughly same general time and place?
No. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
That's fair.
All right. Well, not to be that person, but I am just going to assume. So, do with them as you please. Now I need you to take a deep breath and trust the granddaughter or Grandpa Momo on this one.
Oh no.
Asmodeus, don't ask questions.
And Connie is going to begin shifting pieces of the orrery, and she is going to cast the gate spell.
Okay.
Just
Sick.
there you
And
are.
Yeah. And I'll say this will, because it's from the orrery, that's what brought them here. It'll probably work the same way as like a banishment where it's just to their home plane.
Away from
Take
me.
those with you.
You can have these ones. I don't particularly mind. I don't know them.
Or
Are you
just
talking-
push them through the gate.
Yeah, I'm telling that to Big Dragon Daddy Arjan.
Yeah.
I'm in your debt.
No, this one, it's a freebie.
It's a freebie. Don't worry about it.
No debts. You've hired us already.
Yep.
I did no such thing.
You're right.
You're totally cool, dude.
And different dimension Archon will go back to different dimension. Yeah, what about us, dude?
You can go with him.
Just keep walking through the gate.
You can't miss it.
Big gate. Right there.
I don't have enough charges to do that for everybody.
Yeah, you do.
I guess I do. Okay. Boop.
You've never had the orrery all together at once.
Gotcha. Okay. So here's your home.
Yeah, you just Gwen's dimension looks very similar to the one that you already know, because not a lot really changed.
No.
So she and the direwolf Cybra will jump through.
All right. And for Mr. Wizard, yeah.
And you just see this very, very dark forest that he bams through with a little.
And
Yeah.
for the passed out Winter Eladrin that looks like she could fuck everybody up here, let's just summon the gate below her. She could fall through. We don't even need to talk about it.
That's
Just
fine.
and away with you. Okay, goodbye.
You just see this like iced over plane.
Thank you for playing.
I think the lycanthropy thing is just gonna stick around.
Oh, you know what?
That's her problem.
Close the gate.
That's
Close the
her
gate now.
problem.
Close
Just-
the gate now. Yeah.
Shazam! It is done.
Sweet.
You know what? That'll be a fun story for later for her, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
What's next for our wonderful adventures?
All right, we're in a back room of a place. Are we like
Well,
Big story, you're going to be able to get
Yeah.
out, make
Yeah.
your way back to Tyrant Security.
okay?
well, didn't you want to give that to your grandfather?
I did
Well,
want to give
maybe you
this to
could
my
summon
grandpa.
him. I have a few words with him.
All right, we can go and visit together.
Yes.
All right. Before we do though, Connie is going to run up to Hu'Gurk and give him a big hug and just say, I am coming back. I'm still a valued employee of Tyrant Security after all, but I think I need to go home for a hot second just to, have a nice bath.
Hot second. Hu'Gurk stoner chuckles.
I'm going to bring back so many more good tunes for us to jazzercise to. And
Totes.
then, Alellen, do you have anywhere you want to go specifically? I got this one-way ticket machine.
I've kind of got a job, and I haven't put in my 2 weeks, so rain check on that maybe.
All right. Well, when I come
Get
back. But yeah, in the meantime, we won't be gone very long. I love you both.
Bye.
And
Well, Dirk, you're
then
amazing.
gate
Alellen, You're
spell.
all right.
Gate spell to Connie's old room in the hills.
Yeah.
All right. What happens on your fun trip to the hills?
Connie is going to treat Vi. Like Vi has treated Connie very well, and she has been a very fun maternal figure for Connie. So whatever Vi wants while they're there, Connie is just going to be like, "Oh, my parents can pay for it. It's on Grandpa's tab." Like, she has always said these things. She never pays for anything. But she's just going to go have fun, say hi to her friends, talk about like, "Oh, this is my work study program. It's so great. You all should go and work at Tyrant Security. What a blast it's been." And like, has nothing but good things to say about being on the material plane. And then when she gets to visit her granddad, she is just going to like holding this large thing that is obviously much bigger than her behind her back, and then just like present it to him as a gift that she worked very hard to collect together for her grandpa.
Oh, well, Connie, dear, this is such a lovely gift that you brought me.
Well, I said I was going to collect it all for you, and you know what? Everybody on the material plane gets really weird about this, so I figured, who else is best to watch over such a magnificent piece of artifice other than Granddad? You always got the best ideas as to what to do with stuff. I figured it was only right.
The entire time, all she did was talk about how great she would do with this.
And yeah, what else do you what else is in your epilogue?
That was it.
Right.
That was really all. Like, Connie, if anything, would like want to go like on a shopping spree, get some music, get some tunes. But other than that, like, she is a working woman now. She has a job that she has to get back to. She brought her granddad a gift from work, but you know, Mr. Arjan is he's counting on her.
Vi?
Vi would definitely take Connie's presents, and she's decked herself out in really nice, like, not like gaudy, but like just really nice hell outfits and jewelry. she's feeling it. This is her color palette. But at one point she's like, "Asmodeus, I'm going to have to talk to you."
Well, I may be a busy man, but I have all the time in the world for you, Miss Vi.
Well, I sure hope so, because I am looking for something serious, Asmodeus, and I need to know if you are all right with that, because I want to make sure Connie is safe, and I want to be with you. And you should be honored. That does not happen often or at all. I've lived a long life, and maybe I've killed or maimed or destroyed one innocent's life after another. But aren't I a person? Don't I yearn and ache and shop? Don't I deserve love and jewelry?
I think you deserve much more than that, Miss Vi. And he will get down on one knee. You got a god to kneel to you.
Yes!
Baga!
Hu'Gurk, Alellen.
Well, nothing that interesting, I'll tell you that for sure.
Hu'Gurk gets on one knee to an Ellen.
I mean, this is unexpected, but the tax benefits are just undeniable.
We're not with them, so are we doing an epilogue like later on kind of thing, or from when we're leaving the ritual?
That's what happens over the next like couple of weeks, months.
I think Alellen expands the dormitories and his workshop to take up probably got a whole wing by the end of it. Just like, bring a couple more rooms kind of deal, and has Alellen's School of Wizardry and Artifice, competitive rate supply within. And it's just like, this is great. I don't have to do anything. And then just, sets up a little, post-graduation contract with Tyrant Security where it's like, yeah, we'll pay. And then, 90% of that goes back to pay for their loans. But after about 30 years, they can move on and do something else.
It's the evilest thing I've ever heard of.
And yeah, and he tinkers away until, the eventual probably lichdom. And then he kicks it with the liches. Joins the Council of Liches in their vast investment schemes. That's the main goal, is to blow up and act like he don't know nobody.
Yeah.
I hate you. I'm glad that we're finishing this fucking game.
Kicks it with liches. That's the best line.
Hu'Gurk.
So we see Hu'Gurk. We come in and it's a bright sunny day, and we see the top of a tree, and as we're coming down, we hear Hu'Gurk. So then, there was a pillar, and the goblin, and I and he went down, and then he got back up, and I went, and he went down. And as we come down on the scene, Hu'Gurk's sitting there, and all the little forest animals are around him next to the pond, the moon pond, and the Whomping Willow kind of treant. And he's just regaling the forest animals, like little turtles and all the way to Bambis and whatnot. And he's regaling them all with the tales of us and our adventures in Tyrant Security.
All right. A couple of weeks later, as you are all, hopefully, back at the Green Dragon Inn, somebody else takes the stage. Somebody else appeared on the set list. As everybody is around doing their business, we just hear Kara as she glances out over the stage, and in a much better voice than I can fucking sing, begins. Far in the land where the dragons are gone, the people would still know their might. With the bravery of Tyrant Security there, Alira slept safe through the night. And that's where we're going to end our campaign.
Yes! Yes! Thank you, Connor, for running this wonderful campaign. I had an absolute blast. God damn it. This was a fun fucking journey. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this and running us through all of this. I love having you on the channel. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Well, you can find most of my links, as always, at cyberwolf1201.live. It's got links to my Twitter, where I shitpost and post pictures of my dog. It's got links to my Twitch, where right now, where I play video games badly and talk about lore. Right now, that's playing a bad video game, sort of okay, with Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood.
No. Oh, God, no.
I got a YouTube. I do a podcast with Kyle with an N, who you've seen earlier in the campaign, called Let's Talk About It. We get drunk, we do parkour, we talk about lore. Not lore, RPG stuff. I talk about lore on my channel. Check out Jabroni TV. It's got a lot of cool streamers doing a lot of really cool things. We've got a YouTube channel that right now we're putting out more episodes of Minecraft where we have two boyfriends playing Minecraft that I've started editing, and I'm really proud of the editing that I'm doing and learning how to be an editor, and it's great. I love it. And it's just a very good time. Chill lo-fi Minecraft content with two boyfriends. It's great.
The boys.
The boyfs craft. The next couple of episodes are going to be great. We post those on Saturdays, so check that out and subscribe so that we can actually tell you the YouTube URL. Because I promise there's going to be a lot of great content coming there. But for the RPG stuff, clearly you can find me here on Mondays playing Arjan whenever he's not a big dragon. He's a normal sized dragon. You can also find me. I just started on Wednesdays playing in a 5e campaign on Open for Adventures channel, where I play a halfling mastermind rogue with a southern accent. So that's fun. That's real fun. Our Justice 282 is there too. So check him out too. And this coming up Tuesday and one Tuesday of every month, I am playing a better game of Werewolf the Apocalypse on High Shelf Gaming, where I play a yoga instructor who very much needs therapy. And then one more thing for the RPG stuff. Very, very early in the building of this campaign, we had started a giveaway where you could submit NPCs to appear in a DM's Guild supplement that I am still in the process of writing because 2020.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 2020.
But at
Agreed.
some point in the future, if you did like Tyrant Security and all of its fun stuff, not just the campaign, but like the organization, if you want your own more corporate spin on the cult of Tiamat, I will be publishing a DM's Guild supplement with Indoor Adventures called The Shareholder's Guide to Tyrant Security. It'll have stats for all the PCs and NPCs that you've seen here. The Green Dragon branch and the Elder Dragon branch, which you've seen all of them today in all of their wonderful glory, all submitted by our wonderful audience. You'll find stats for the Mechanical Tyrant, and just you'll probably find stats for the Tyrant Energy in there, but I just came up with that today, so it's gonna be great. And you know, more corporate spins on the Cult of Tiamat if you want it to be like a group patron, or if you want it to be an evil faction that you go up against, because you know, eat the rich. Do what you want. It's all going to be great. That'll come out at some point whenever I write it.
Oh man, Alellen's gonna die so many times in so many campaigns. He's a student loan shark.
But yeah.
There's a large demographic of D&D players who specifically want to destroy all student loans.
No, I would never want to not have to pay money every month. It's fine.
Yeah, that's me. That's all my stuff. Thank you all so much for playing with me.
Oh man, what a blast.
Hi. Me.
Yes.
I was going to say hi. Me. Hi everyone. My name's Satan. Sorry, I squealed. I'm so excited. This campaign has been amazing. I'm so happy to have been able to play this game and have it run by the amazing Cyberwolf and play with these amazing players. But other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Alyssa Vamp with 2 P's. I do art, and if everything works out, I'll be streaming more often on my own Twitch channel, doing my art streams. But I also play a lot of TTRPGs like this one. You can find me here on Sunday nights playing Quarry, the Goliath fighter, on our Rime of the Frost mating campaign. And here once a month playing Lilith My Vampire Mobster in a game we made up called Monster Noir, where GB runs it. As well as other shows, you can find me over at Valdrian Saturdays at 4:30 playing Bella, my City Elf Rogue, in a Dragon Age campaign, and playing through Horde of the Dragon Queen Saturday nights. And then Sunday mornings, you can see me DMing for my friends over at the Hype Goblin, where I take my friends through a homebrew world that is just really silly and fun. And yeah, that's me. I'll be doing the art for this campaign book for this Tyrant Security book, so I'm really excited for that to have a part of that. I was very happy when Connor asked me to do it. And yeah, anything else you can go to my Twitter and follow me. Sorry, I'm so excited. This has been such an amazing game.
Oh, I think that's me. Yep, I'm Ethan. It's me. Ejthegrey on Twitter and Twitch. When I can find time, I stream right now Resident Evil 7. Doesn't have any big vampire ladies, unfortunately, but it does have a guy named Ethan as the main character. It's just too many. They stole my life, but not too much of it. And you can watch me pour hydrogen peroxide on my leg to reattach it, and other very interesting things that don't make sense in that game. When I'm not doing that, I do play a lot of role-playing game streams over on High Shelf Gaming. Tomorrow we're playing a Mass Effect theme game. I'm playing a Solarian, and it's using like the cyberpunk system, but we're kind of just making it up as we go along. On Saturdays I run Aegon. On Monday we're playing Shadowrun 4th edition, and then Wednesday we're going to be starting a game of Brindlewood Bay, which is Murder, She Wrote. Basically, we're all going to play as old ladies with cozy little hobbies and solve murders. But also there's like a cosmic horror cult hiding in there somewhere in cozy New England. It's kind of amazing.
So this is Brindlewood Bay?
Brindlewood Bay is the name, yeah. It seems like the best thing ever. And it's got me watching Murder, She Wrote recently, which is just a lovely show. I can't recommend it enough. It's just such a good time. But I think that's it. Because we're done with this now. It's been so lovely to play yet another just bastard man in a role-playing game. Just awful people. But yeah, that's me, I think. I don't think I forgot anything.
Greybeard of Greybeard Tavern. You can check my Twitter for my schedule. Pretty quick and simple nowadays. I am on Thursday nights. I'm here. Going forward, we'll see what occurs. Friday nights, I'm over on G Game Nights, playing Cypher System. We're living in a base that's orbiting the moon. Kind of fun. And then Sunday mornings, you can find me on my own channel currently playing Grifflands, and I keep getting talked into playing bonus hours of Battle Brothers Basics, where I teach you how to play or improve your games of Battle Brothers from really low level instead of just the current meta. And then I almost called you Vi, Satan. And then, of course, every once a month on Wednesdays, we play Monster Noir, game we created at 1 a.m. and played it the very next day, and have been playing it now for over a year. Anyway, that's it for me, GB.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Mondays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Obviously, we won't be having a show next week on Thursday, but in 2 weeks' time, you can come back and join us as we start up a Masks the Next Generation campaign. I'm pretty excited. I've never GM'd for a game of Masks before. I barely know the system, but god damn it, do I love superheroes. So if you're interested in a cape story,
it's really good.
if you're interested.
It's great. You don't have to roll dice.
Yes! Oh,
well,
this is
you,
what I
as, you as the
wanted.
GM don't roll dice.
Oh, thank God. I know. I've been playing in GB's Powered by the Apocalypse for a year, and I've seen him roll dice maybe twice. It seems like a really sweet gig. So if you want to come by and join us for that, you're more than welcome to. You can follow us on Twitter and pay more attention to the announcements as they get closer. But speaking of that, we are going to be heading into our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any final questions for this Tyrant Security campaign, feel free to join us there. Follow us on Discord, Twitter, what have you. Do your best to ask those questions, and we will do our best to respond in kind. But with that in mind, I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stick with us and join us through this campaign. Thank you to Cyber for putting up with our bullshit, not just this week, but every week for the last, 23 weeks. And we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!